Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And in this video I've got two replays for you in the tier 10 British heavy tank, the FV215B. So before I get into the video, just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Hope you all had a good one. And yeah, so without further ado, we will get straight into the video. So the FV215B, going into it, I'll sort of just basically explain what I run in terms of equipment and perks. And you can see that I run vert stabs, gun rammer, and the reinforced fuel tanks. And on the perks, I run born leader, rapid reload, sixth sense, steady aim, snapshot, situational awareness, trap mechanic, run and gun, and the fire extinguisher. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird sort of setup that I run on the FV215B. Now, reinforced fuel tanks is something that not many people will run. However, with this tank, I think it sort of leads to the exception, because one of the downsides of this tank is it gets set on fire a hell of a lot. It's just a magnet for fire. Which is why I run that. You could drop vert stabs actually if you wanted to, and you could put optics on if you wanted, or vents, I guess, to improve sort of the all-round capabilities of the tank. Now, I haven't dropped the vert stabs. Just I don't really know why. It's something really I should do, because this tank has pretty decent accuracy, to be fair. In fact, I would go to say it actually has probably the best accuracy out of all of the British heavies. Now, you'll see in the title I've put, overlooked these days, because I genuinely do believe that the FV215B is overlooked as a heavy. I actually don't mind it. I think it's quite a decent heavy tank. Yes, it does get set on fire quite a lot. Yes, it's rear mounted turret, so it can be a little bit awkward to play. You can potentially side scrape with this tank. They did buff the side armor on this a little while ago, but you can try and side scrape with it, and it can do the job. Okay, it's not like it's not like a proper side scraper like the mouse or anything like that, where you can do it more effectively. This thing still can get penned, but main weaknesses are in sort of the turret ring, and a bit like the Panzer 7, where you got the side cheeks, or the old Panzer 7 before they buffed it, where you could pen the turret cheeks. You still can effectively on the Panzer 7 if you load your premium, and it's the same with this. You can do that, but you can see here we've actually bounced quite a bit. If you play it correctly, you can make the armor work on this, and sometimes people just sort of think they can automatically hit the upper plate and they'll penetrate. No, the upper plate will bounce shots. So yeah, for me, I actually think this tank's alright. Is it better than the Chieftain and the Super Conqueror? No. Accuracy, yes, it is better, but overall, I don't think the tank's just not better than the Chieftain and the Super Conqueror. It's just I think the Chieftain is a high meta. It's a meta heavy, and the Super Conqueror, it's not so good as it was in my opinion, but it can still do the job. Basically, it's a lot more user friendly. I think if you're a new player to the game and you're going up the tech tree for the British heavies, frankly, this is probably the last one you would want to grind out, just purely because I think for a newer player it's not so user friendly, just because obviously it gets set on fire quite a lot, but the rear mounted turret's a lot different playstyle to the Chieftain and the Super Conqueror. But saying that, if you get it right, you can make it work. And let's say you can see here on Nomahan, our first replay, we've already bounced 5.5k damage. So we've really used this armor effectively. Yes, we have been sort of paying quite a lot, and we are down. Well, we're down to a one shot now, but we've got this Debrek in front of us, and we're going to use that to our advantage. We're just kind of well, yeah, we're just using it as blockage, you know, just to sort of protect the majority of our tank. We're angling the side a little bit so that it's a little bit more difficult for these tanks to penetrate. And we've made it work. We've got 5.3k damage, we've got a kill, we've got a little bit of track assist, so we've done okay in this game. But you can see there the fuel tank is damaged. We should probably fix that, but whether we will or not, I don't know. But yeah, so it's a bit of a strange one, the FV215B, but I honestly enjoy it. I think it's, you know, it is a fun tank. It's a challenging tank to play, and I think that's probably why I like it, because it's just a little bit different from the norm. So yeah, you can make it work in this tank. You can, just like you have to be in those sort of right situations, I guess. Pick up another kill on the waffle there, so that brings us to our second kill. And the game overall, we've done pretty well, to be fair. There's only three enemy tanks left, and we're gonna try and see if we can get some more damage on this Object 705A. But he's down to one shot now, and he does get taken out. All that was left was a tank destroyer, which then gets taken out by a friendly Vanguard, and that brings an end to the replay. So what did we come out with there? We did come top of the board. We got 2 kills, 5.7k damage, and that blocked to 6.5k. That's quite mental, to be fair. But like I say, it can work. It's just, you know, you just have to know how to. You have to get used to the tank. You have to know how to use it effectively, to make it work properly. But like I say, the gun is accurate. The turret traverse is very quick as well. I think the hull traverse is equally as quick. So, you know, if tanks try and flank you, you can spin the tank round quite quickly and manage to sort of effectively get those shots off. So, you know, when people are trying to, sort of get around the rear of you and the side, yes, they will be able to pen you. It's not a problem, but you will equally be able to get that turret and that gun locked onto them very quickly, and they'll have a hard time trying to sort of flank you and dodge the shots while they get shots into you. So effectively you can trade while someone is circling you fairly effectively. Even with light tanks, it's just a case of leading your shot a little bit in front, but you know that gun will spin around quick enough for you to be able to get those shots off. So on the second replay now, we are on Hidden Village, and there's only one artillery, but we're going to make sort of the effort to sort of play this side anyway, sort of the brawl zone as I like to call it. This is where all the action is, so kind of taking the gamble here. I know artillery is probably going to be focusing this side, but I've decided, you know, I can't. It's a waste of time trying to play the town, in my opinion, with this tank. Yeah, it's going to be more effective sort of getting into the ball zone. So yeah, the reload on this is fairly quick as well. So you can see there, it's you know, we're not on reload for very long, so we can just keep pumping these shots out. Yeah, just under 6 seconds we've got it down to with the equipment we're running, the perks, and obviously food as well. I did used to run the fire extinguisher instead of food. However, with obviously all the fire perks, the fire perk and the fire equipment, reinforced fuel tank, should I say, I've decided that, you know, it's probably better off to. I'd rather run the food so I can sort of, you know, maximise, you know, the reload and stuff like that. There is a number of ways. I mean, you could run the fire extinguisher if you wanted to, but you're going to be sacrificing either your med kit or your food. I wouldn't recommend running a fire extinguisher instead of your repair kit. I think repair kit is a definite to run. I mean, let's say it's one of those where, what are you going to gamble? It's that sort of risk and that sort of percentage of what's going to happen more. So really, yeah, you could run instead of your health kit, but like I say, then you're at the mercy. If your driver gets killed, for instance, you're going to be slow as hell. If you're loader or your gunner, yeah, it's just one of those where it's going to affect your game a lot more. You can look at it in all sorts of different angles and different lights, I guess. It's just personal preference, really. The other thing I'd say is a bit of a downside with this tank is its ammo count is not very high. I think it's 35 rounds you run on this tank, which again you can equally go through quite quick. As sort of we saw on the last map on Nomerham, we sort of got right down to sort of single digits, so it's easily done. And if you have a long drawn out game, chances are you're probably going to run out, so you need to make your shots count as well. So yeah, that's just one thing to sort of keep in mind, that sort of low ammo count may cause you a few issues in some games. So we've done alright here, we're up to 4.1k, come to the brawl zone, we've sort of maximised it and made the most of it. I was hesitating on the shot there because I couldn't really sort of, I was trying to line up a shot and wasn't really doing it well. We were lucky there to just get a tracked by the E4 rather than a full pen shot. We've gone for the track shot there. We had HE loaded because we were going to try and finish off the Foch. I think we then just had to dump it in the E4, which we managed to track. And you see that he does shoot us in the side, so this tank, like I say, you can kind of side scrape with it, but equally, yeah, it's not that great. It's not as effective as your German tanks, so there are chances where high caliber guns like the E4 are going to go for it. Also depends how far, we may not have been well angled enough to bounce that. But now we're trying to get the kill shot on this E4. He is looking at us though, so I didn't want to risk it there. I'd just rather sort of let the E5 take him out. I wasn't going to poke and take a shot of damage for that kill there. Just wasn't worth it in my opinion. I was a one shot, he would have took me out if he managed to sort of pen me. So yeah, the game's gone really quick to be fair, and yeah, there's only one tank left. This has been a bit of a sort of a rollover basically. But yeah, just wanted to get some videos out on the FV215B because it is an overlooked tank, but you know what, it's not that bad. You just need to sort of get used to it. It's not as good as the Chieftain or the Super Conqueror in my opinion, but it's still relatively good. It's just for I think for new players, it could just be a bit tricky. But there we go, we come top of the board again, we get 3 kills, 5.6k damage, and again we've got just over 2k blocked, so nice game overall with picking up the first class and the high caliber. So there we go guys, that is it for the FV215B. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to leave a comment as well, then yeah, please be my guest, and obviously I'll reply to you in due course. And as always guys, I will catch you next time.